Hey y'all, headed back out to work on the logging equipment. My buddy's 335 log loader that we were working on the other day. Got him back in business there the other day. Had the issue with the flux core machine. I got the flux core issue figured out. That gun that I was running with the 045 flux core did not like 045. I ran 068 through that gun yesterday, had no problem at all, and I got another gun for 045 wire and ran the 045 through it and had no problem. So I'm set up now with two flux core wire feeders. I got two flux core wire feeders in the super service truck, one hooked up with Hobart Fab Shield 21B 045 wire, and one of them hooked up with Lincoln NR211 inner shield 068 diameter. Probably going to use one of those today. We're going to go back over this 335, getting peeled out of here, just now getting light. We're going to get an early start. Try and find any remaining cracks in those outriggers or anything on that machine, get them welded up. And there's a stand in the front of that. That's the use of the stand. What it's for is to clamp that claw on during transport. So you put the claw on that stand on the trailer when you got this machine hooked to a truck and you're taking it down the road. The stand's broke all to hell. I don't think it's worth fixing. We're probably going to shop fab another one to bring out and put on it. And so that's what we're doing. Let's go. Probably 10 degrees colder here than what it was when I left town. Them fellers are headed up in the woods to get some timber. Show you what we're looking at on these other cracks that need addressed. Just about all of them in that area of the back. They're opening up around that bushing. Got that crack in the back of that bushing right there. I'm gonna be gouging them out, and we'll get them welded up. Those gloves right there are frozen solid. These gloves right here are toasty warm. We'll take these other ones and put them on the toaster. They'll be ready to go for later. lot of times you wonder if you're looking at just a scratch in some paint or a real crack. Whenever you put the torch down there, there ain't no question. Once it warms up, if it's a real crack in the steel, that torch will really show it. Let's take a look at this rear one I gouged out. That LED light does funny things on the camera. Generally, when stuff's cracked this bad and you weld it up, you gouge it out and you weld it up, and that stops the cracking for quite a while, but you're not really making it better than what it was when they made it. One thing that's a little bit different about this is because it's two plates, and I'm gouging out the cracked plate all the way to the other plate that is not yet cracked. And then I'm going to be using the plate that's not cracked as a backing strip, where I'm actually going to be welding these two plates together, which is potentially going to make that area stronger than what it was. So this might turn out to be a better than average repair. You see how you got this plate, and this is the one that's cracked. It's plated over with this plate, which is not yet cracked, but from the other side I'll be welding this plate completely to that plate because the way I've got it gouged out there. So the wire feeder I decided to get out is the one that's got the 068 Lincoln NR211. This is the larger diameter flux core. Got quite a bit of welding to do, so I think I'm gonna be glad I've got the larger diameter. Let's go in and welding with that, and we'll see how it does. right, well, got to get out of the way here. Them guys got a lot of logs down here. They're going to want to get in here and buck them up. On that one right there, this was the one. Only worked on this side today. That's the one we fixed the last time we were here. This one was cracked out a lot more than I thought. And I'll tell you what, you really get a chance to see how it's cracked when you go at it with the torch. Sometimes you look at something, you wonder, is that a crack or is it just the paint? Once you put the torch on it, there's no doubt. If it's cracked, it'll open right up and it'll show you. And obviously with these, the worst thing is it's just really hard to reach in there. Really hard to clean in there. But this is so much better than it was. I got to get my stuff put together and get out of the way so they can use this thing for a little bit. Getting on the prefabrication of the parts I need to replace that claw tower, storage rack, storage pipe, whatever you call it. Here's what we got. Going to replace the top flange of those beams with a 1x6 flat bar. Got those marked, 2 of those 36 inches long. For the uprights, we got 15-inch channel. Got that laid out, and the cross pipe's going to be a 5-inch double X That's actually a high tensile steel because it's a scrap piece of drill pipe. Got to get on burning this out. Got my favorite Victor with a #1 tip in it. I'll have the oxygen on about 40, acetylene on 10. Let's do it. I want to cap the end of these channels with a 3/4 by 3 flat bar, which is a material I've got over here on the roller rig that I can chop up with the 872 chop saw. And we'll use this one over here where I can set up a stop, because we're going to have 2 parts the same length and then 4 parts the same length. So this saw cut rig, this is the most efficient way to get our 3/4 by 3 flat bar cut. So let's do that. So I got all my parts here. Got my flat bars tacked up, and I think the only part I'm going to go ahead and weld up is I'm going to go ahead and weld these flat bars on top of the channels. That'll be a lot easier while I can flop this around, and that'll leave all of this in pieces that I could handle. I could go ahead and put it together and use the machine to set it up there, but I don't know that there'd be a huge benefit in doing that. I kind of like the idea of just having the parts where, you know, I can put them together when I get there. CB here, the No BS Welder, coming at you with this t-shirt on because I wanted to show you the new t-shirt, NBS Welding here on the chest. Got the American flag on the sleeve, NBS Welding on the back. Get a hold of Tina. Send us an email at nbswelding@aol.com. Get a hold of Tina. If you want one of these shirts, $25 plus shipping and handling, she'll get you a shirt. So I'm plugging the shirts, and while I'm plugging the shirts and doing commercials, I just as well throw in my Thrive. Now, my Thrive system, if you didn't see my Thrive video, I can put a link in there and you can check that out later. The Thrive system is the supplement system that I've been taking. I'm on my 7th year. 7 years I've been taking Thrive. It's a supplement system. I start out first thing in the morning with these capsules right here. These capsules right here, this will get your turbo spinning. First thing, you get out of bed, as soon as my feet hit the floor, I take these 2 capsules right here and I drink me a glass of water. First thing. Then, within half hour to an hour later, I make a shake. This is a micronized powder. I'll put it in about 10-12 ounces or more of ice water. Shake it up real good, drink that down. Whenever I take the shake, I put on the patch. Now, there's different patches. When you go to the site, you can see whichever one you want. This is an Elite patch. This is the Elite Formula Shake. There's also the Standard Formula. If you want to know the difference, I think the Elite is geared a little more towards weight loss, and I think the energy from the capsules is a little more spread out. On the Elite, it's more of a slow release. So the Elite is the new one, and then there's a Standard Formula. I'm taking the Elite right now, but I've taken the Standard Formula for years. I took the Standard Formula for over 6 years. But if you want a supplement, if you're the kind of person like me that wants a supplement system, you know, I said before, there's some people that don't take supplements. They don't watch their diet. You know, it doesn't matter if they exercise or not. And they feel good, sleep good, they look fit, and they don't have to, they're just like that. And there's one thing I know for sure about those people is that I'm not one of them. Unfortunately, I got to take my supplements, I got to pay attention to what I eat, and I got to stay active or I'll gain weight. I'll gain weight and I don't feel good, and that's no good. And nobody wants to get fat and lazy, you know. And as I'm getting older, you know, I've got to do a little more all the time to keep myself. Man, I want to be right there. You know, I want to be on it every day. I want to get up and get going and do it. And I gotta stay. I gotta stay at it, man. So the link will be there'll be a link in the description of the video, and you can find out where to sign up for the Thrive. If you sign up for the auto ship, you get a discount. And don't freak out because it's auto ship. You can cancel it whenever you want. But signing up for the auto ship will save you some money. But this Thrive supplement system, that's going to be your vitamins, minerals, your probiotics, your prebiotics, CoQ10, glucosamine, caffeine. But it's not caffeine like caffeine that's in coffee. It's not like caffeine. This caffeine, they extract it, you know, from different ways and different sources. It's not just like the coffee caffeine. There's no crash with this. And if you follow this system, you get up, you take your capsules, you drink your shake, you put on your patch. Avoid all other caffeine. You don't want to be drinking coffee or Red Bull. You don't want none of that. You don't mix this stuff. You take your Thrive, and you'll get the energy, and you'll stay active, and you'll have reduced inflammation. You're getting all your vitamins and minerals, and you're going to fill in those gaps, those nutritional gaps that need filled in. You'll feel better, you'll look better, and be better. So if you want a t-shirt, $25 plus shipping and handling. Send us a request send us an email, nbswelding@aol.com. We're taking some pictures of the shirts where we can throw up pictures every once in a while with that email address in between the videos, and buy a shirt. Sign up for some Thrive. Get it on auto ship. Get to taking that, and let's roll.